It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is Derrick Henry, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there else to help him out.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On third down, Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to put it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Taken down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
The tackle
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Tannehill, a quick throw into the hands of Davis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it with Henry. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
2nd and goal.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st down, Tennessee.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The Browns, that's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Following the interception, Mayfield completes it to Hardman. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mecole Hardman, 40 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it is is now 21-0.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, it's Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. Not much there, only a yard.
To Corey Davis. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Running from the gun with Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
They snap it to Tannehill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's enough.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Rattling, 63 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Damian Ratley.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll roll him out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Back at the 36-yard
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Come on, D. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. It's been a long day for you.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Might want to remember that 3rd down play. 37 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They toss it left side to Chubb. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Tennessee.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Hunt going to run for him. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run it again with Henry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 54.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the end zone, Tannehill over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
I got you.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They run it again with Chubb. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Mayfield, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Jarvis Landry.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Taken down right.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And they will take a knee here. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA.